Chuan's eyes. All creatures in the world were pigs. Even though the girl in front of him was trembling and full of fear, Chuan showed no emotion at all. The girl, gagged and muffled, only made meaningless sounds that to Chuan resembled the squeals of a pig being slaughtered. With a face devoid of feeling, he slowly raised the butcher's knife. This scene terrified the girl so much that she burst into tears, screaming louder with frantic sounds, pleading for the person in front of her not to kill her. In truth, Chuan was only killing the two small goblins beside the girl. Although the girl was an ugly pig, her clothes were very clean, which proved she hadn't been defiled by the goblins. And Chuan was not a murderer. Realizing that Chuan only intended to cut her bonds and set her free, the girl was extremely surprised. Just moments ago, she thought she was about to die, because almost all adventurers believed that those defiled by goblins didn't deserve to live. Chuan told the girl not to worry, because all the goblins here had been exterminated. The girl gradually calmed down from her panic. When she realized she had been saved from the goblins, she immediately rushed forward to hug Chuan tightly, crying like rain. Thank you so much. I was almost violated by those goblins. Did you kill them all? You're really powerful. Are you a professional fighter? She kept asking, but Chuan did not respond. He turned and slowly left the cave. Seeing this, the girl quickly introduced herself as Sha Nanan and asked for his name. Only then did Chuan reluctantly introduce himself. Outside the cave, Chuan pointed her the way back to the city while preparing to continue hunting down more pigs to slaughter. The power gained from killing monsters excited him greatly. But not long after, Chuan realized Sha Nanan was silently following behind him. When she let her guard down, Chuan silently approached. The sudden appearance made the girl scream in fright. Chuan asked why she wasn't returning to the city but was following him instead. Was she a spy for the goblins? Feeling annoyed, Chuan pulled out his butcher's knife. The steel gleamed sharply. Sha Nanan immediately turned pale as a sheet of paper. Wait, don't kill me. I don't dare to go alone. It was clear she was still haunted by the nightmare of the goblins. If it weren't for Chuan's timely arrival, the consequences would have been severe. He asked why she appeared here. She said her mother's birthday was in a few days and she wanted to bring her a blood flower as a gift. So she had sneaked out to find it but was unexpectedly captured by goblins. Noticing that the knife in Chuan's hand was damaged, the girl proposed a deal. If Chuan helped her find the blood flower, she would help him find the best weaponsmith in the city to forge a new knife for him. Chuan paid little attention to the matter. He asked if she knew how much it would cost to have the best weaponsmith in the city craft a weapon. He doubted she had such a huge sum of money and told her to go back by herself and not to follow him anymore. The girl was very confused and wondered if this man had some mental problems. After all, she was a pretty girl with a seductive figure, so why was he always so cold? She hurriedly followed Chuan and asked if he knew who her father was. She introduced herself as the daughter of Sha Beihai. Chuan's heart suddenly tightened. In Tan City, the Sha family was a power not to be underestimated. Sha Beihai was a mighty expert who had just advanced to Grand Master level 9. Just one step away from the Saint Master realm. At that moment, Chuan's vigilance disappeared. A bright smile immediately spread across his face. He had been agonizing over how to get a high-quality butcher's knife. After all, his parents were just ordinary people and couldn't help him. But the Sha family was so wealthy that burning money wouldn't even use it all up. Surely they could find a skilled blacksmith. Then the girl took out a small token. An amulet engraved with the character Sha. When I went outside, my father gave me this for protection. Even superpowered transcendent experts couldn't harm me. It's just that those goblins were too cunning and ambushed me unexpectedly. So I was captured, but they couldn't touch me. That's why they locked me up there. Her voice grew quieter and quieter, as if ashamed of herself. Chuan stepped closer and stared at the token. He immediately recognized it as a genuine artifact of the Sha family. Chuan put away his butcher's knife in its sheath. Miss Sha, rest assured, from this moment on, your business is my business. I'll help you find the flower. And when it's done, you'll help me get a new knife forged. No problem at all. It's a deal. Sha Nanan agreed right away. Both laughed heartily. each thinking they had gotten the better end of the bargain. Sha Nanan pulled out a map and gently spread it out before them. I bought this from someone else. It marks where the blood moon giant serpent once appeared. If we find that, there should be blood moon flowers nearby. She pointed at a spot on the map. When Yi Chuan heard monster, he asked, "Is that blood moon giant serpent a giant snake?" The girl nodded and said that according to the survival handbook, that giant serpent's power was equivalent to a level 9 apprentice. She worried that with her current strength, she wouldn't be able to defeat it. But Yi Chuan didn't care at all. Excitement appeared on his face at the thought of seeing a giant snake. The girl stared blankly at Yi Chuan, wondering if he was even listening or understanding what she just said. But since he could kill so many goblins, she assumed he must be a professional of divine rank. "Let's go." Yi Chuan smiled and suggested she lead the way. That expression made the girl suddenly uneasy. She didn't know why. Looking at Yi Chuan, two conflicting feelings stirred inside her. Both trust and distrust coexisted. Following the map's guidance, it wasn't long before they encountered their first monster, a gigantic rhinoceros calmly grazing nearby. Its whole body was covered in thick silver armor plates that shone brilliantly under the sun. Sha Nanan advised them to remain silent and absolutely not disturb the rhino. If the rhino got angry, its strength would be equivalent to a level 7 apprentice. She suggested they should go around the monster. But before she even finished speaking, Yi Chuan stood up, already holding his butcher's knife, and slowly walked toward the rhinoceros. Pointing the knife at the beast, Yi Chuan shouted, "If it dares to eat grass today, it'll dare to eat people tomorrow. There's no way I'll let it live." Sha Nanan was utterly shocked. She had no idea where Yi Chuan got such a ridiculous logic. Was this really something a normal person would say? But at that moment, Yi Chuan had already dashed toward the monster. Much to the girl's terror, the rhinoceros noticed Yi Chuan too. But before it could react, Yi Chuan was already right in front of it. He swung the knife down. The giant beast only had time to lift its head once before a bright red streak of blood appeared on its throat. Yi Chuan continued slashing multiple times. The poor rhinoceros collapsed to the ground, unable to even let out a roar. Sha Nanan stood frozen in shock. She never expected Yi Chuan could so easily kill a rhino like that. After all, rhinos were famous for their extreme defense. Their thick silver armor was almost impenetrable. Yet, before Yi Chuan, the monster couldn't withstand a single blow.
Thanks for watching. I'm going to introduce the new manhwa in different voices.